Grand High School had a big win on Friday night. They traveled to – the game was originally supposed to be at Crook County. We found out that there were some issues with Crook County's field and insurance or something, so they moved it to Summit in Bend. And LeGrand beat Klamath Union 30-0, which, like I was telling BC before the show today, I don't judge this team yet because that Klamath Union team was super young, and I kind of felt like this was how that game was going to end. The Weiser team that beat us the week before is an Idaho team. So this Friday, though, right here on EOA Live, 6 o'clock, Estacada. We haven't beat them in 5 years. They're always good. They've fallen off a little bit. I think they've lost their last 2 games of the year, their first 2 games of the year. But here's the thing: both of their games this year so far, they've played the team that was ranked number 1. So the first week, the team that was ranked number 1 beat them on a last-second touchdown. The second week, the team that moved to number 1 beat them on a last-second touchdown. So Estacada is always good. We're going to find out where we stand in Oregon on Friday night. And the other thing I want to talk about is the polls. Don't pay attention to them. I always say this, like, we're still in this, like, vortex. It's a black hole. You look at the polls. Last week, I think we sat 6th, even after losing to Weiser. Weiser, I mean, it's not an Oregon school, so it shouldn't affect you too much, right? Well, we go to Bend, and we beat Klamath Union 30-0, and we drop to 7 in the coaches' poll. It doesn't make any sense to me at all. Who's voting on these? I know Rich, our old coach, didn't vote very often.
Yeah.
So it's not a conglomerate. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's not everybody deciding. But still, at the same time, like the polls, they don't make any sense at all to me, and they never will. I don't think it'll ever change in Oregon. It's just they punch numbers in. So the one poll is whatever coaches respond in 4A. Mm-hmm. They tally it up, first place votes, boom. The other poll is just punching a bunch of numbers into a computer and it spits out a list. And even that, because of the league that we play in, which granted has gotten better because of Pendleton. We don't have enough substantial teams in this league,
right,
to make, to be rated real high, because we're playing teams like Ontario.
Yeah.
Except for in soccer. Ontario is good in soccer, but all the other sports. LHS volleyball is at Vail today at 6. Let's talk a little bit about EOU this week. The men's soccer team will be on Friday and Saturday. They'll be at Northwest and Evergreen. Every team for EOU is on the road this week, so There's no EOU games at home. Women's soccer's at Northwest and Evergreen at 3, so they play Friday and Saturday at 3 after the men. The football team lost to Whitworth at home this Saturday, 42-28. That's a tough loss there. We needed to win that game. It's not a conference game, but at the same time, it's a D3 school that we should beat. We've lost to them the last 2 years in a row. We showed signs of brilliance early in the first half. I thought we were going to run away with it. And then it was hit a wall.
Yeah, that was the first game I've been to in a long time. And
it was rough.
Yeah.
The second half was super rough.
Right, but EOU started good.
They did.
I mean, yeah.
The transfer quarterback, Quincy Glasper, he got beat up that whole game. I mean, we did not protect him well. He was hurting by the time that game was over. I have coach camp at 10:30 today, and that'll come out today, and it'll be weekly on Tuesdays from here on out. Volleyball swept Multnomah and Warner Pack. No big surprise there. They're still undefeated, number 1 team in the nation. They're good. I don't think they'll get tested this weekend. They travel to Northwest and Evergreen. They play Friday night at 7, Saturday at 5. I think the first test that really is going to be Corbin, and Corbin's number 5 in the country. Corbin, this irks me too. The CCC gives out awards every week, right? And this week, because Corbin had 3 games, because they played their travel buddy this week. The way it works is you play 2 games on the weekends, and on your travel buddy week, you play your travel buddy on a Tuesday.
Okay.
So our travel buddy, C of I. If we're going to Northwest, C of I is going to Evergreen, and then we swap.
Got it.
Well, okay. on the week of your travel buddy game, you play them on a Tuesday. You play them twice during the year, once at home, once on the road. And it was Corbin's travel buddy week, so they got 3 games. Everybody else only got 2. And the CCC gave all the awards to Corbin. They give him hitter of the week, attacker of the week, defender of the week, setter of the week, and team of the week. And it's like this misconception that, you know, Corbin's like the best team when I don't think they are. I really think EOU is. And Corbin's lost twice this year, and we haven't. And so, but Kaki explained it to me that, you know, they had an extra game, and that's just kind of how it works. But it's still frustrating. Benny runs this Friday. The cross country team opens up their season at the CCC Preview in Idaho, and then they'll send their top 7 or 10 runners to Washington State to the WSU invite. So the team will split on Friday. They'll go to 2 different places, and the men's team is looking really good this year. They got 3 guys that are going to be competing for CCC championship. Christian Mendoza, George's son, Justin Ash, and I always forget the third kid's name. Benny would know. Oh, this is terrible. I feel so bad. Hunter. I think his name's Hunter. That's bad. I don't remember his name. But all 3 of them will compete for the CCC championship this year, as well as the team.
Good.
So it's cool. There's a lot good going on at EOU. Like last year, they won the conference cup, which is the best athletically, the best team in the conference all the way across all sports. And last year it was at EOU for the first time since 2016. So, yeah.
Good deal.
That's all I got for sports.
All right.
Brought to you by Rockin' Sons Tire and Auto. Go see JB and the boys.